So if I'm not the teacher, what can I actually do? More than you think. There are many ways you can help shape what your child receives, and none of them require you to teach. We're going to talk about 4 of them. First, just notice the fine skill of watching a lesson and seeing what's actually happening, not just what it's about. A parent who notices specifically changes the dynamic of every lesson, including for the teacher, who is often more attuned when they know a parent is engaged. Notice your child's emotions, how they greet the teacher, how they answer questions, what is their body language saying. Perhaps you see they are getting antsy mid-lesson. Perhaps they look uncomfortable at a specific point. Perhaps they look bored. So many things can tell us so much. The antsy child mid-lesson may need a snack if they are young. They may need a bathroom break. They may need a fidget toy or a time adjustment. A child who isn't comfortable at a certain point. What was that certain point? A negative reaction to a wrong answer, or perhaps too much overcorrection, or perhaps an illustration that confused them? Do they look bored? Well, maybe they already know this information. Maybe they are more of a visual learner and there's not enough stimulation. Maybe they desire to be challenged. Maybe they want to be able to talk and express more in class. Write it down as if you are a journalist paying attention to the fine details. Then, when you have a moment to read your notes, you know your child. Make the connections. Number 2, ask differently. Most parents ask polite, vague questions, so they get polite, vague answers. Specific questions invite the teacher to share their pedagogy. What is my child working on this month? How will we know in 3 months whether the work has been effective? What is the intended goal of this class time? What learners do you work with best? Can my child have a chance to write during the lesson or bring a toy to show you at the end? And so on and so forth. Sitting down pre-lesson and brainstorming what you know about your child and your goal for your child is the first step for the teacher to lay a proper foundation. These clear questions are gifts to a thoughtful teacher. They create the space to do real work together. Number 3, communicate as a partner. You are a co-investor in your child's education. The communication channel between you and the teacher is part of the work. Send brief notes when something is going well. Ask brief questions when something isn't. Be the parent a skilled teacher would be glad to keep working with. Communication can also tell you a lot about the teachers themselves, whether they are a good fit or perhaps it may not be a good idea to continue the classes. Number 4, know when to stay and when to move on. Your loyalty is to your child's learning. Moving on from a teacher who isn't the right fit for this particular child isn't betrayal. It's part of the work of being a parent. Now, for a lot of parents I have spoken with, this seems to be one of the most difficult parts. It may stem from the teacher having a higher knowledge, aka the subject mastery, which makes the parent shy to question or give their input, or ultimately end the lessons. Or sometimes, due to interactions with Western academic entities, the parents feel either voiceless or that the source of education has all the right answers. And sometimes the parents just don't know what is quality online Islamic education and what is not. Like most parents won't contend a child's high school chemistry class curriculum or the scope because chemistry is not something they know a lot about in depth. So they don't even have a comparison of what quality is and what it is not. So they feel, how can I question the one who knows? But beyond all of this, your child in the class, the communication with the teachers, the ability of the teacher to explain their own methods, resources, and scope can tell you enough. And sometimes it's due to other reasons like financial difficulty, or ultimately your child is growing and now needs to go to a higher level or subject that that teacher cannot offer. And in the end, do it with manners and not with guilt or nervousness. So if your child is currently in class, watch your child's lessons in full, once a week or at least once a month with full attention. Don't tell the teacher beforehand you're watching critically, because you're not. Don't grade, don't interrupt, just watch, make notes. You'll know, insha'Allah, whether your child's teacher is the right fit. As a help in what we have talked about, I've linked a few documents below to help you in your journey, inshallah. There will be more documents as the series progresses that will fit the intended topic. For this video, these documents are observation page. You can print it out every time you want to do a meaningful observation. It can work even for trial classes, or if your child is currently in class, including an area to make notes about communication, your feelings about the lessons, and what needs to be discussed regarding needed changes or what needs to be said to the teacher to outline what is going good. The next document is the questions document. So it's a document of questions to help you filter and get the ideas of the questions that matter most to you. The third document is how to end. So some dialogues or messages that can be sent when it's time to end the lesson. Subscribe and share and let your fellow parents know about the documents to help them in their own journey. Hand in hand, parents, we can do our part, inshallah. Topic 1 is done. Now let's get deeper in topic 2. What skilled teaching actually looks like. See you in the next video, inshallah. Barakallahu fikum.